Namaste, Jai Hind and good early morning. This Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, the polling booths are open. More than 17 crore voters in phase 3 of the Lok Sabha polls have the right to cast their ballot and they must go and exercise their franchise. The 66% average over phase 1 and 2 has to get up to the 70s, and that's the job from these phases here on, from today onwards. Rahul Shivshankar with me in the studio, Zaka Jacob back air dashing like our netas from Hyderabad back into the studio overnight to be with us. But first up, let's tell you why this phase is critical. Why is it that the BJP is going to go out all guns blazing? Why is it that the opposition, if it believes that it's got a chance, it needs to pull its might and muscle and stop the BJP strike rate and hurt them in this phase? 93 seats in phase 3 and of the 7 phase polls, but more importantly, it's across 11 states and union territories, ladies and gentlemen. The ballot is going to be cast for 1,352 candidates in the fray across 11 states and union territories, and more importantly, 10 union ministers. 10 union ministers are going to test their mettle across the length and breadth of the country. There are 5 former chief ministers also who have thrown their hat in the ring, including Digvijay Singh and Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh. What a story there. The BJP, look at this strike rate the last time around, 71 out of the 93 seats. They want to max out in this phase if they really want to inch up to a 350 number, ladies and gentlemen. If the numbers are and what the experts are saying as far as the first 2 phases, the BJP needs to improve its own strike rate. 42 seats the BJP has held since 2009. 42 of these 93 seats the BJP has held since 2009, and that's critical. 31 seats in phase 3 are from the Hindi heartland. This is where the BJP will really not just amp out the numbers, but in a lot of states they've already maxed out, so they are actually defending more than they are attacking. Single phase poll in all across Gujarat, and that's where our focus will be this morning, because the Prime Minister, the Home Minister and some very important ministers in Modi 2.0 will be casting their ballot across Gujarat. 14 out of the 28 seats are up for grabs in Karnataka, and this is a very critical belt that's also going to perhaps decide the fate of the NDA in Karnataka. Can they get closer or better what they did the last time around, 25 out of 28 seats? We will talk about all of that, but first it's Gujarat, where all seats are going to poll in a single phase, and in a short while from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be stepping out to cast his franchise. As polling begins for phase 3, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has appealed to voters to exercise their franchise. Exercise your right to vote, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi, urging the voters to come out and vote in record numbers. He himself will be setting up the benchmark, coming out early and trying to vote. He's appealed to the voters. Amit Shah has also turned around and said, go out and vote. We need you to cast your franchise so that the government that's elected eventually has the mandate of majority of Bharat in terms of the voters. And vote for a corruption-free, caste-free system is what Amit Shah has said. He's also said free from dynasticism, elect a government that has experience in public welfare and a blueprint for a developed Bharat. So that's what Amit Shah has also said. Both of them will be stepping out. Amit Shah is contesting from Gandhinagar, Prime Minister voting booth in Ranip. There is so much to talk about across so many states. We've not even touched Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh. Zaka Jacob, first we'll start with Gujarat.
Oh, of course. Well, you look at the map, and you look at the maps for the last many elections, the BJP has swept the state of Gujarat. This time around, again, not much different is expected in terms of the BJP sheer dominance, as we see the Prime Minister making his way to the primary school in Ranip, where he will be casting his vote at 7:30 in the morning. This is a practice that he has had for a number of years now. The last election, the previous election, he casts his vote, and then, of course, he leaves and goes and campaigns in another part of the country which is due to go to poll. So he's now setting out an example, not just the voters there in Ahmedabad, but also voters across the country to go first thing in the morning. And I've been traveling. I was in Hyderabad yesterday. It is very hot across the length and breadth of this country. So if you are a voter in Gujarat or in Karnataka or any of the seats that's going to polls today in the 90-odd seats, then please go and cast your vote and try and do it first thing in the morning, because the longer you wait, the hotter it gets, and you feel that much more complacent from going to the polls. Rahul Shivshankar is also there with us. So the Prime Minister, this is a tradition, this is a practice that he's followed every election day. Wherever he is, he makes it a point to go to Gujarat, to Ahmedabad, to cast his vote, whether it's for Parliament or for the State Assembly for that matter.
Absolutely, Zaka, and I quite remember that in the last election in 2019, there was even a bit of a controversy because there was an impromptu sort of little walk around the booth, and then a large number of people got extremely exercised because they said, look, at the end of the day, the Prime Minister is not supposed to canvass because he was also holding the lotus. But let me just quickly give you a couple of top-line numbers because this is very important. Remember, we are now halfway through. By the end of the day, halfway through the 272, 284 seats will have gone to polls. Now, very importantly, 72 out of 95 seats is where the BJP is dominant. Okay? In these 78 seats, for example, the BJP got more than 40% of the vote. So it's really, it's the BJP territory, this phase 3, and it would want to consolidate. The Congress has never dominated this phase. The numbers are 27 in 2009 across these 95 seats, or 93 or 94 to be specific, and now they're down to 4 in 2019. So look at the implosion of the Congress in this. The big clashes, it's a real contest of big names here, but very importantly, there are 47 bastions, that is seats that have not been won or lost by any one of these parties in 3 elections. So they've always won them in 3 elections, they've never lost them in 3 elections, out of which the BJP holds 42 of these seats.
Yes.
The Congress only won, the others 4. So this is a seat, this is a phase where the BJP must do well. It'll be counting on Gujarat and Karnataka. Remember, if you take Gujarat and Karnataka together for the BJP, they had 40 seats.
Correct.
Straight off, because they maxed it.
No, and then they have Chhattisgarh. They also have to score in Madhya Pradesh. See,
And Maharashtra.
The challenge is for them that they got 72 seats the last time, 71 out of 93.
Yes.
So where are those 22 seats?
Yeah.
So that's where those 22 seats also the BJP is compelled to max out based on the challenge that it set for itself. Courtesy their Prime Minister who said that you need to touch 370.
Yeah.
If you were to go to the first 2 phases, they've got a bit of catching up to do in the remaining 5 phases.